going to go ahead and get started. Phil is with us. Hey, Phil, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hello. We'll bring
his
his face up in a minute.
Yeah, we know you're here with us in spirit. We can feel you and we can hear you. And we'll see you in just a moment. So what the deal is that Phil has Phil sticks.
Low.
There you go.
It works. It's low on battery, but it's good. So,
The other ones underneath.
we're good. Yeah, so Phil has to deliver a couple messages and then he has another congregation that he ministers to at 10:30. So, good morning. So here, today is our annual congregational meeting. Thank you all so much for being here. March 31st is Easter. Reverend Edie Weigel will be with us. Today we're having a soup fundraiser. We've got soup, salad, bread, dessert, $5 a person downstairs. There's what? There's a lot, yes. So bring your hungry selves downstairs and join us. It's all delicious. And this is a little different, so I'm just gonna read my marching orders here and follow along. Yeah, that'll be a switch, right? We're gonna light our Christ candle.
We're taking notes on that, Linda.
Yeah, right. I've got all my witnesses out there. As we light our Christ candle, it is a reminder to all of us, the indwelling Christ within us and in our service today. Our daily word, Palm Sunday it is, on March the 24th, 2024.
Okay, can I just announce that I had a total brain fart yesterday? I ordered palms, and at 6:30 I went, oh crap, on a cracker, I didn't go to Bonanza to get them, and they were closed. So, I want you just to, here we go, wave your palms,
There you go.
wave your palms.
We all have palms. We have two palms. Perfect.
Can you have them? I will go buy them and compost them in my garden or something.
Okay,
Thank you for that.
you're welcome. The Christ within protects and clears my way. As I enter Holy Week, I reflect on Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem and how the multitudes greeted him shouting, Hosanna, blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. That's right. Hosanna, blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Like so many, I have used the sacred time of Lent to cleanse my soul of beliefs and habits that no longer serve me. I have felt blessed as I have opened my heart to the healing, cleansing waters of spirit. Now I feel ready to welcome a greater awareness of the Christ within me. Every part of me quivers with eager anticipation. The world seems fresh, and I feel newly alive. I behold the Christ in me and in all others. Especially right here, it's such a good feeling. With joy I celebrate. With gratitude I humbly bless the Christ in me and in everyone. Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord, Matthew 21:9. And if you all join me in affirming, the Christ within protects and clears my way, which happens a lot. Our Unity Foundation principle, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And our Unity of Billings affirmation that was crafted for us by our Unity chaplain, Charlene Inglis. Through divine wisdom and grace, Unity of Billings is vibrant, healing, and inclusive. And now if you'll take a moment to gather your love offerings in your hands, infuse them with your energy and your love. We have prayer cards in the hymnal Bibles in front of you if you wish to offer a prayer. And join me in praying. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful. You may take your offerings to the back of the room. Are we passing them around today? You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You all are the face of God. Thank you. Okay, so,
Now Clayton will get Phil's face up on the screen.
okay. Thank you all so much for your offerings. It is with great gratitude that we receive them. We use them for our church to maintain Unity of Billings. And as the energy circulates through our church, through our community, and out into the world, we are grateful. And so it is. Okay, and so now, Reverend Philip Zimke, has everyone received a copy of the as we enter into our Unity of Billings congregational meeting. Everybody has a copy of this, our agenda?
No,
Okay.
we didn't print that, sorry.
No, I did. It's what did we do with those? Okay, 1 second, Phil. You may, actually, Phil, oh, he's doing it.
Okay, my friends. Oh my gosh. I am so blessed to be with you. If the snow wasn't so deep here, I would be in person. But thank goodness we're safe and sound, all of us. So I am, for those of you who might not know me, I'm Reverend Philip Stemke, and I have been the minister at Unity of Billings for 28 years, and I've been the past president of our region. I'm currently in my umpteenth year with the youth service team, so I help plan all the youth services for our region, for our 6-state region. So that's who I am. I am also now a year, we have been doing this for a year. I am what is called the Minister of Record for Unity of Billings, and that means that you have a credentialed community leader who serves as a resource to your community. Now, your community basically is a ministry that ministers to itself. And that's a good thing because it's important for all of you to be participating in who and how you are as a unity community. So before I talk a little bit about where we are at present, I want to bring us sort of into a place of understanding who we are in a sense. So 100 years ago, my friend, 100 years ago, Mary Wessel, who was a personal friend of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, she came to Billings and she started to study. And in 3 years, in 1926 or 27, I'll get the exact date for us, you became a Unity Center, which meant that you could do public worship services as well as teach classes. That's 100 years, friends. 100 years. How many thousands of people have come through Unity of Billings during that time? Thousands. And they have all been fed. They've all been cared for. And they've all been transformed by that experience. We are inheriting in our time that purpose of prayer, education, and service. In 1931, when Myrtle passed, that was the year they opened the seminary and started ordaining ministers through a residential program in Kansas City. Our Mary Wessel, our beautiful Mary Wessel, who started not only Billings, but Livingston, Bozeman, Butte, and Great Falls, she was tapped by Myrtle before Myrtle passed to be Myrtle's teacher of teachers to seminary students. And so Mary went every year until 1965. She went every year down to Kansas City and spent a month teaching the seminary students. Mary was a minister of record before there was a program for minister of record. When she came out, she was in Bozeman on Sundays because that was home, but she came to Billings during the week. She was there most weeks. I can't get to you most weeks, but we're working on frequency of how many times I can visit. But Mary came down, she did a worship service, and she taught a class. So in that spirit, one of my jobs is to start teaching classes. And we can do that by Zoom. We're in a new place. I don't have to ride the rails like Mary did to get to Billings every week. We can do it through Zoom. And we'll do it. one of the things that occurred was because Mary was in Bozeman on Sunday, there wasn't a Sunday worship service at Unity of Billings. So what did Unity of Billings do? Well, for decades, Unity of Billings was the Sunday school for Billings community. I'm not suggesting we do this. I'm just saying this is a service that Billings, Unity of Billings, provided for the community of Billings for decades. They were the Sunday school. People with little churches that didn't have enough people to do Sunday school for their kids, they would bring their kids to Unity. And so that was a service, wasn't it? How many thousands of children did that serve this year? It's an amazing thing to think that we have actually a purposeful and wonderful legacy of 100 years of service in Billings, Montana. 100 years of service in Billings, yes. And so we begin the next 100 years. The next 100 years. Know that Billings got its first minister in 1951 and became a church in 1951. That was a movement that was happening across Unity. Spiritual centers wanted to become churches, especially in smaller towns and cities, where they wanted to stand in equal representation with the Protestants, with the Presbyterians, with the Methodists, with the Catholics, with everybody. So that was the movement. But during the last 75 years, the Unity of Billings, being a small community, sometimes it's had a minister, sometimes it does not. That's how it goes, doesn't it? Currently, my friends, 90% of all Unity spiritual centers and churches in the United States have a membership of 60 people or less. They are family churches. They are ministries that minister to themselves. Most of them cannot afford a full-time minister. And so that's been an ongoing, I've been in Unity 40 years, and that has been an ongoing dilemma or challenge to make sure that there are Unity ministers available for Unity churches, no matter what size they are. It has not always gone smoothly. There have been fits and starts. This new program, the Minister of Record program, which you are now enrolled in, guarantees that you have a trained Unity person as a resource. They're not there 24/7. They're not there every day of the week, just like it wasn't when Mary wasn't. When Mary, she would visit once a week, or she would visit once every other week. But you know who ran the church? The community did. The Unity community ministered to its ministry. That's been happening. Every time you don't have a minister, you get to strengthen your own inner sense of how you cooperatively together keep Unity of Billings going. But this new program, the Minister of Record program, I think it's very useful. What it does, it asks senior ministers, I'm a senior minister, they ask for ministers that have had at least 5, if not 7 years of ministry, so they've gone through a cycle. They've matured themselves. They've seen a lot of situations that then they take satellite ministries in their area under their wing, and they become a resource for them. That's what we're doing, friends. That's who we are. Now, is there a desire that we're ultimately going to grow in numbers and in income to the point where we can have a full-time minister in Billings? Yes, that's a great goal and ideal. probably in the future away, because the average, well, Unity now prescribes that a brand new minister, not a minister with some years on him, but a brand new minister be paid $36,000 a year minimum. So that's a chunk of change. You get to work at figuring out how that can happen. But that's down the road, isn't it? Now, I'm going to say to you right now, I have a commitment to your community. I love it. I have known your community intimately back when Bill Mose was the minister for years, and I was starting in ministry. He was my go-to guy. When Richard Stone was your minister, I actually came down and blessed your church and did the ceremony of investment of Richard in your community. Well, my commitment's even stronger now. I'll be there for you as long as it works. As long as it works. I'm a Mary Russell. I love traveling to Unity churches in Montana, serving them. That's been my job. That's what I was doing when I got called to Bozeman. I was riding the circuit. I was a guest speaker at all the Unity churches in Montana. So here we are. In 1931, when the seminary opened, they put out a beautiful decal, and I have one, and it says, this is what Unity is about. We pray, we teach, we serve. Now, I was just reading some of the original writings about the Nazarene. Jesus was a Nazarene. They were a branch of the Essene. They were sort of like the mystical arm of Judaism at that time. Do you know what their purpose was? Their purpose was to heal, to teach, and to serve. Now, prayer is the great healing arm of Unity. Prayer is a healing work. We're back at the first century, guys. We're back at the time of Jesus. We're back before Jesus was even born. When there was a commitment. Heal, teach, and serve. Whenever you meet and you open your doors and you invite anyone who wants to come and to be lifted up, you are serving, and you are healing, and you are teaching. That's how it works, doesn't it? That's how it works. So right now here at Unity of Billings, I find you a very exciting, invigorating, enthusiastic community, and I love the people that are at the core of the community right now. They are dedicated servants. They are friends of God. They are dedicated servants. We have ideas that we've talked about a children's program. We'll begin to talk about what classes we want to teach. We'll talk about small intimate groups like the art group that's forming, that we're now doing art workshops when they come down. There are other groups for us to pray. I'd love to see us focus on prayer groups and see how that wants to work, how it wants to evolve. You see, until there's a minister, which is down the road, we are here present. This is our time. This is when we demonstrate our youth. Right now, not when we get something down the road, but right now where we live. And so we just start looking at what we want, we start asking what we need, and we start having communication with each other so that who you are as a spiritual person in spiritual transformation gets met, so that this community serves you. You see, we need to be in service to each other first before we can be in service to a larger community. Growing this community, first of all, we need to know who we are, what we need, what we want, and how we're going to serve each other in that. I am your spiritual resource. Unity is in truth a spiritual resource. It's called the Unity, the non-denominational spiritual educational movement. That's what we are. We are an educational movement for healing, for teaching, for serving. We are a resource to our world, just as Unity of Billings has always been a resource to the community of Billings. This is who we are. This is what we do. And I have a great enthusiasm to see this succeed, to continue on the next 100 years of Unity and Billings. Here we are. Look at the people around you. They are the ones who will be Unity of Billings, moving this whole resource of teaching and spiritual development and goodness for our world. We'll move it forward together. We'll move it forward together. Each of us will find out how much time, talent we can give. The days we can't, we let that be known too. Because we're a community. We're a community who serves each member's spiritual need, physical need, emotional, educational. That's who we are. So we're blessed. We get the blessed. We are a blessing. I bless you so, so very, very much. I am so excited for it. I am just thrilled. It's like a new era for me in my ministry. I've completed 28 years. That's a Saturn cycle. You know, the old Saturn return thing. So I'm into the next jump as well. And so I jump in with you. We'll do this together. Thank you. Thank you for being who you are. Let's have some fun together, shall we? So now I'm going to go and live stream upon Sunday Talk for a couple hundred people out there in the world to come on our Facebook page. And let's bless them up too, serving the larger world. Enjoy your meeting today. Have a blessed time. Have a blessed time. And when I come next time, we can start having groups of interested people meet with me and we'll talk about what you need, what you want, and where we want to go. Okay? That's really important. No, I'm available for that. I want to do that. I want to be the spiritual resource for you so that you succeed and we succeed together. So it is so. I bless you. I appreciate you. I behold the Christ-like shining as you are. So I say, amen, amen, amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yes. Love you guys. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Here we go. I'm going over and play with the other guys now.
All right, wonderful.
Lots of knowledge he has.
Yes, he's such a hoot. Okay. Did you turn it on? I did.
There we go. Okay, so as we begin our Unity of our annual congregational meeting, thank you all for joining us. This is going to be pretty informal. I made a basic outline. We have allotted an hour for this opportunity. Well, let's see, we have like 45 minutes actually. So, if there are any issues to vote upon, only Unity members may vote. There's a sign-in sheet that Charlene has. If everyone could please sign in on that. All ideas will be considered, so please voice them. And thank you again for being here. I wish to honor and appreciate all of the volunteers who work a lot for this church, for the greater good of Unity of Billings. Our board members are all volunteer. Robin Nagel, who is our administrative assistant for our church, is volunteer. Charlene Inglis, Debbie Myloff, all of the work that Clayton and Leslie have done for our website and our YouTube live streaming, phenomenal stuff. Thank you all so much for all of your help, I appreciate you all so much. It takes a lot of work to make this all happen, and we are in full appreciation of all of you that participate and come and join us every Sunday, and join us for our we had a singing bowl ceremony the other day, and Charlene is one of the hosts for that we do every solstice and equinox. It was a huge success. That helped us a lot. We have festivals here. We do a lot of different things to raise money and keep the lights on. So again, all of these things are here, and our newsletter announces them. You're welcome to join and participate. Everyone that, I mean, we're just furthering what we're doing here. So I would like to open with our treasurer's report. So we'll have a little bit of formal discussion addressing some of the letters that we received, and thank you so much everyone for participating and sending in letters that you wish to, questions that you wish to address. Susan, would you please?
Do I come and sit next to you?
Come sit next to me if you want to. We can get chairs actually.
Oh,
We can
I
sit on the
can
floor.
get down, I might not be able to get up.
I will help you.
Yeah, I got artificial knees in here. Maybe I should just stand. Is there anything on either one of these pages that you don't? I'm sure I'm loud enough, aren't I? That you don't understand or you'd like clarification of? This is, the 2-page one is the P&L from last year. And if you see, we ended in the hole. I never understand how we can be in the hole, but we didn't write any bad checks, but we paid for everything, so.
No, it's one of those little.
It's one of those things that,
It's a miracle.
it's a magic thing that our accountant does.
And she's a CPA.
Yes. But I think it does emphasize the fact that we are not in a position to pay a full-time minister.
Oh, yeah, that's a question.
Yeah.
We would love to be able to actually go out and recruit a full-time minister. We pay our ministers, and I'm not sure, I haven't really, I've glanced, I haven't really read this, but we pay our ministers $150 a week to speak. And we wish we could get someone for music. We figure out how to pay them, but we can't find anyone. I've tried the college, I haven't tried Rocky, but I've tried the music department up at Eastern, what do they call that now? MSUB, and I never got a call back from any of the teachers that I left messages with. Because I thought this would be perfect for someone who needed to practice. You could practice all the time you wanted and be here on Sundays, but I couldn't get anyone motivated. If anyone else knows anyone that would like to practice and or play on Sunday, we'd love to hear from them, because I think music is an issue. And as you see, our budget, we don't have a lot of money for it, but we figure out how to pay a musician something. Any questions, any comments?
I just gave you last
For the
month's name.
one-page thing, can you just go through that briefly?
Well, the account summary,
Okay,
are you really, you wanna do that?
do that one, okay.
I don't care.
You can do it if you want.
Endowment.
No, you just, yeah, you can do it.
Okay. No, you do.
Oh,
You do it. Now, okay, let's do it.
I gotta
together.
go home.
Let's do this together. So,
Okay, we have an endowment that John set up, and that's got 56,000 and some change in it. We cannot touch that, we can only get the interest.
the dividends that.
Because it was like, oh, it would be wonderful if we could take some money out and do the gravel on our driveway and our parking lot and several other things, but we can't touch it, we only get the interest off of that. And our contributions, our dividend is restricted, as you see, and our interest. And the unrealized gain, I don't know what an unrealized gain is.
If anybody wants to know about this, you're welcome to call them and ask them to explain it to you. This is how it works, but what we have is a endowment. It is a set endowment that we cannot touch the original amount, the principal, and it continues to grow. We get approximately,
Is it about $2,000 a year?
yeah, about $2,000 a year. So that's what we get every year. So that's what this is. This is just a statement about the situation. You're welcome. Okay, and if there, I put a statement on our agenda that if someone wants any further in-depth explanation of our finances, then please make an appointment. And we'll be happy to go over that with you. And if you feel like you need to talk to the CPA, then we can arrange for that.
Yeah, we can have Kelly come.
So that's it.
I know. Do you wanna go over the bank statement?
No, I just wanted you to tell everybody currently what our, even though it shows we're we have more expenses, but also if you're looking at things like repairs, you may not realize, but last year we had to repair the boiler and the furnace and a few other things. We've recently had the flood where we had to redo the floor. We had to pay a part of that out of pocket. So all of those expenses are not things you can necessarily budget for. They just happen. But we were
We do have money in the
fortunately-
bank.
Yeah.
Not just the endowment. Summary of accounts, when we put our accounts together, we have $8,898.93. So if anyone wants to leave 7 cents up there and we could make it an even dollar there, I'd appreciate it.
The round numbers are so much easier.
You balance your checkbook like me, I round everything up.
No, I don't balance my checkbook, I told you that. So any questions? Anyone want to see I got last month's, bank statement? I got a couple copies of that. You got the original. You got the blue, I have the gray.
Right,
Here we got.
okay.
Super, thank you, Susan. All right, so the question of growing Unity of Billings, there are several things that we looked at, according to that we're very much aware of, and that we looked at. I'm just gonna sit down here and get comfortable. No, this is good. That we looked at regarding the growth, and the children's program has always been a part of that. Our music program has always been a part of that. And then, of course, our website and our live streaming to YouTube that has come into reality, thanks to Clayton and Leslie. And we had a website for a long time, a Unity website that was really not, wasn't very user-friendly. It was very difficult for us to use it as we want to use this one, that is going to be a lot more robust. What you're seeing now, if you go to our site, is our basic information, and the site, the representation. It's our business card online, but it's going to be a lot more robust. So I'm going to let Robin speak about our children's program and what is currently in the mix for that. We are in the process of changing our name to Unity Spiritual Center, that's been in the works for a long time. And it's something that we felt like we needed the whole idea of a church that's kind of outdated, and a lot of people have a different connotation, but it's very, there are a lot of Unity churches that have dropped the church and they've gone to the Unity Spiritual Center, because it encompasses so much more, and I think mentally it allows so many more people to say, oh, embrace that concept. So that's pending, and take it away, Robin.
Oh, can I clarify that? Sure. When we became Unity of Billings, we dropped the church.
Right, we did,
Yeah.
but we're still listed that way in Google and
Okay.
other places, so we're
Yeah.
getting that all
You're-
changed too.
Yeah.
Well, we've
So this will
asked
be
for it.
positive, so.
Like everything else, Google says they're thinking about it. So we put in the request, we asked for it to be changed so that when people search, that's what will come up is Unity Billings Spiritual Center.
Good.
Whether or not that'll happen,
It will.
we just have to pray that it'll happen, that the Google police will say that, they approve our request, which has been in there for a while, so who knows? But, that is how we are on our website, those kind of things, that's in our newsletter, we've called ourselves that for quite some time now, and we are trying to do that. We're gonna be getting the sign remade for the front of the church, cause that one's faded and looks horrible anyway, but, that will incorporate that. And I loved what Phil said about, we pray, we teach, we serve. Maybe that's something, we talked about having a design contest, if you will, because we have some very artsy people in our mix. And so maybe have a design contest for redesigning that sign. We're also looking at the same time of having, like a vinyl thing that we can hang over our sandwich board, that we can put out on Central every Sunday, that will say Unity services at 10 a.m. Because we are kind of in a weird location, we're not in the pathway for most people, so, yes ma'am.
You can see the very front of the church from Central as you're driving by. And I know we've kind of talked about it before, but I have a Instagram account and I would be more than happy to order us up some of those like flags or something. And
Yeah.
you can see them, right?
Cool. Oh, okay.
I've made sure as we're driving, like I can see the front of the church. There was something there to just grab people's eye.
Yeah,
I feel like it would at least be curiosity.
I think those flapping flags get people's attention
Oh,
too. They
absolutely.
wanna, I know when I see them, I always try to read, what's it say?
Exactly.
Of course, there's a lot of dispensary ones out there now, that's what you usually see, but
Yeah.
there's still lots of them. I try to read them all when I see them, so that's a great idea. Anyway, back to the kids program. So that's not something that has, been lost on the board. We've talked about it a lot. We don't have a lot of kids that come, but it is a challenge, and so, there's a couple of things that go with that. No matter what we do, always is gonna have to take 2 people out of the room, because you can't have, unless it's your own kid, you can't have just one adult with a child. Legally, that puts us in a lot of trouble. But on one of the last meetings, board meetings, when we were talking with Phil, he brought up basically creating a kid in a box, so that we have kid programs that are ready to use at a moment's notice. So we have kids that come, any one of us can take that kid in a box, 2 of us, unless it's your kid, obviously. But we can take that program, take those kids downstairs and do that. What he did was then, we're part of a regional group that encompasses Idaho, Washington part, Oregon, Washington part of, the northern part of Utah, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, I believe.
Anyway, they have a youth group, youth organizational portion. Anyway, he took that idea to them and they jumped all over it. They think it's a great idea. So it's not something that's gonna happen overnight, but that group is gonna take that idea and run with it and try to come up with some kid in a box type programs that we can all use, every Unity church in our region can use and have available, so that, again, to adults and whatever, and how, whoever, whatever kids are here, and unless, of course, the parents want them to stay up here and listen to the message, so, but we wanna make that available, so that's to come. Like I said, it's not gonna happen overnight, but it's coming.
Thank you, Robin. And we're gonna open this up to you all in a few minutes, so whoever wants to talk, we'll just hand you the microphone. Again, the website, the live streaming for YouTube. Clayton, is there anything that you would like to say about that at this time?
Well, I realized in hindsight that I did a lot of changing to the donation. I made sure that it is functioning, but I forgot to remove the words "coming soon." I just did that right now, so it is live and functional.
Contributions are coming soon too.
There is some in there. We have the account link now, so hopefully we will begin to see where that functionality is going. We welcome you to go to unityofbillings.org and check out the site. As you said, right now it's in kind of an introductory state. It's our business card. It's going to take some time for us to roll out some increased functionality, but some of the things that we are planning on doing going forward is a direct link to our YouTube for the live streams, as well as for the daily words, so that you can have one place to go and have all of that functionality. Not to rain on my pulpit, but I haven't been able to touch the website as much as I wanted to. It's been kind of crazy at work and things, but we're going to start getting a reliable means of update on that. So we are always open to suggestions for things that you would like to see on that website. That way we can help grow that page and grow that presence online to grow the church. After that, the YouTube has done very well, but there is still a lot of room to go with that. We have people who have messaged and they don't find it, they're not fully aware of where it's at. So we'll probably start refreshing the link on the Facebook page so that we are reminding people where they can find the live stream going forward.
Awesome.
Quick question, if someone asked if we can have with the donation, because it has specific amounts.
There is a setting on there to be able, below the buttons for 10, 20, all of those,
Right,
they can enter a custom amount.
okay, that was the question, I think.
Nice.
Thank you so much. And that website was designed by Leslie. You did such a great job with it. Thank you so much. So good. So good. I love it. When we first were talking about it, she goes, yeah, it's gonna be all Montana. It's gonna be totally Montana. I'm kind of like, cool. I was trying to visualize, well, there's so much of Montana. There's so much, like, lots of sky for sure. Anyway, that turned out beautifully, beautiful. So very nice. Thank you again so much, you all. So.
You have more on the music program?
Well, as Susan said, we have worked to try to find somebody to play, to sing, to do whatever. Susan had talked to MSUB, gone to the music department. We've talked to people, we put the word out. We had talked to Marcia at one time about being the music director, but then it was, if we hire a music director, that's the thing, it's still it's about dollars and cents. And that it would be her job to go out and find people and bring them in and to perform. So that's still an option. It's just it's the amount of money to pay to do that. So we're welcomed for, what we will really like to have is for people to come forward and say, hey, I know somebody that would like to sing for us, or I know somebody that would like to play for us. The board has this much to do, a lot. And so we look forward to all of our congregants bringing forward ideas and then putting legs under the ideas. Because there are only 5 of us and we all are full. We've got all, other jobs and things like that. Yes, Susan?
I'd like to add with the music, if you use somebody and they're going, I can't do that 52 weeks out of the year. But if they could do it like first Sunday of the month.
Exactly.
We don't have to have one,
Exactly.
we could, we could just get started.
Right.
So if you know somebody that would do it once a month, or the first and the third, we're not picky.
Exactly.
It would be
Just
very
once a month,
nice.
exactly. That would be super.
I understand that, we do have access to getting the downloaded music to
Maybe.
Maybe.
this.
We've tried to do
I
that.
looked again
Okay.
and I can't find that it's still available, so, but I'm gonna, explore that a little bit more and see
Okay.
if I can find it again. Cause I looked again after we had
Okay,
that
so right.
conversation and I wasn't able to locate it, but there used to be on the Unity website where you could purchase CDs that was basically piano accompaniment to every song in our hymnal. It's expensive, but we're probably willing to do that also if it's even still available. And I haven't been able to locate it again, so I'm gonna keep digging on the Unity website and see if I can find it.
Great. I think there's other people, I believe there's Karen Drucker. I'm just not technological, I just don't understand how it works. But I
Right.
believe on the Karen Drucker site, that they also have, downloadable accompaniment music to all of her songs. I know all of her songs. Yeah, I know a lot of her songs, but
In there.
yes, it's just the accompaniment. I don't play an instrument.
And we have the DVD, and it just has the accompaniment.
And it has the accompaniment.
Yes,
If there's
it's
a
all
way,
in there.
Yeah,
there's
we
a
have
way to do that,
some
I
of the
think.
songs. Now,
But-
Phil suggested, and again, like Linda said, it's time, that we basically find 12, 15 songs that we all like, we all know, and we create basically a songbook that sits here where the hymnals are, so that we can play that accompaniment, we all know those songs well enough. So again, that's hopefully in the works, but it's finding the time to do some of that stuff. So if
That'd be
anybody
awesome.
has
That's a
the
good
time
start.
and wants to do it and volunteer for that, we'll love it.
Well, Jane and I on occasion play him.
But maybe consistency, they're talking about learning songs on a regular basis, and we're not that, but.
But we're also very grateful whenever we're out here because.
Oh, absolutely.
Always a very
Absolutely.
appreciated time.
And the nice thing about that, if you're gonna be here, if you let us know, we can make that happen, because that's always a pleasure.
Pick a hymn and we'll sing it,
Absolutely.
David.
I didn't even know they were back there. They
When I
snuck in.
Well, we're lucky to be here.
Oh, to sneak back.
Awesome. So,
When I do platform, we'll usually do some kind of music for you, just, I could make it an effort to plan ahead.
that would be good.
That'd be wonderful.
That'd be awesome. Thank you so much. So Susan, one thing I want to mention right quick as far as back to the money thing, Susan just recently found a way for us to reduce the cost of our internet by half,
Wow.
which is
For a year.
for a year.
Just
For a year, but still, that's awesome. Thank you so much for all of your work.
Now I'm waiting to hear back from Lisa.
Right,
Get going
right.
on it.
Get going. Thank you. That was huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're always kind of looking to find, not kind of, but we are looking to find ways to improve and save money and make money and create more light, all that stuff. So, are there any candidates for board membership? Is there anyone that would like to be on the board?
Good.
Awesome,
Welcome.
awesome.
I know.
Fantastic, fantastic. And you are a
I'm
member?
a, yes, apparently, yes, membership because I was an active member in Reading
Okay.
for many
Yes.
years,
Yes.
that they,
We
that I
just
could
have to have
just.
a special ceremony with Charlene is gonna
Yeah.
coordinate.
And
I
just
get a
have you
special
sign an
ceremony.
intention that you want to transfer it over is all.
Okay,
Not
awesome.
It's been years ago, I've been here for over 3 years.
That's
So
fine,
it's not
that's
good.
fine. That's excellent, fantastic. Okay, so the way that we did the voting last time, I did it all wrong. So,
We changed it from last time.
we changed it? We upgraded, it was like, oh,
It's the right
we're just gonna
way.
do that way. Elizabeth, if you would please go into this room for just a moment, we're gonna have a vote
Right now?
right
Yeah,
now.
Like it's
Yeah.
a vote for now, oh, I.
We're gonna vote as to whether, we're gonna vote you
We'll
on
wait till
to,
next week.
We have to wait till she has to be
You have to go
announced.
in the other room, but then next week you'll be on the board.
We don't meet for another month, so after Charlene does her ceremony, we'll have a quick vote at the end of that, because I think.
it's a congressional
We
vote.
can do it on the first.
It's a congressional
Congregational
vote.
vote, yeah.
Congregational vote, not congressional.
Should we replace someone or just be an addition?
No, just an
Addition.
addition.
Yeah,
She's
we
not
have-
replacing
we have too
anyone.
small to
We're just
put on
gonna,
the board.
we're gonna yay, everybody in favor, yes, everybody, if there's any reason that nobody wants, that somebody,
Well, can't we be just proactive and do it now since
Yeah,
all the
go
members
for
are
it.
here?
but last time but it's not a board vote, it's a congregational
Well, I mean,
vote.
the congregation is here, now almost everybody's.
Yes, that's
And the
why I was
voting
gonna
members.
ask
Go
Elizabeth
for
to
it.
step in
Okay,
the
go
room
in
and then
there,
we'll go
in
from
there,
there.
lady.
I will.
We'll take care of the details.
Yeah, behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I sent out special invitations to get.
I know, right? Thank you, Elizabeth. Because last time we voted in front of I think it was, yeah, it was Robin, and everybody, and they said, well, wait a minute, what if somebody didn't want them on there? I'm like, well, I don't know.
Right, I'll be in here.
Okay, fine, we're just gonna do
Plug
it.
your ears.
All in favor to have Elizabeth Wallace on our board of directors? Okay, you can come back in now, Elizabeth, that was.
Congratulations.
It was unanimous.
All right.
Glad to be here.
Okay, fantastic, and now we'll get the rest of it squared away. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome. All right, does anyone have anything else they want to talk about? Did we answer most all the questions? Debbie, do you have anything you want to say? No?
Did you pass out papers? I thought it was.
We did.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
So,
So, yeah, I'll get you some.
that's happened.
Anybody want to say anything?
Yeah.
Clayton.
Yes, Clayton.
There are a few billboards around town, this just came to mind, but there's a few billboards around town that are very out of date. Things that are showing like Montana State Fair concerts that were coming up from last year. Typically when that situation is happening, it's one of two things. Either A, the person who put out that is paying for it, doesn't know. Or B, the spot hasn't been paid for and the company who had it is just leaving it up because no one has any interest in it. That could be something we could look at designing. I know that we had thought of other ways of advertising around town. I don't know how much one of those would cost, but that might be something worth investigating.
Okay.
Billboards are very expensive, I can tell you that, because I work with marketing a lot at Billings Clinic. They are hugely expensive. We did.
Jar Bettridge,
No, we actually worked with Shar. We tried to get something on the buses. We cannot because it violates the separation of church and state. They are a government agency. Shar actually gave us the price. I'm guessing that she didn't talk to anybody about it and let them know what it was for. So when we called, they said they cannot do, if we had a special event, say we had a big, huge fundraiser or something like that, then we could put a Unity billboard on a bus because it's for a specific event, it's for that, and then it's off. But to just put it on the buses to drive around town, which we thought would be awesome, and So then we thought, okay, well, what about the benches where people can sit? That's all part of Met Transit too, so it's still city government, and so we cannot have anything on any any city benches, any buses. So, yeah, Shar tried to help us with that. But again, I guess she didn't talk to anybody about what it was actually for, she just got the price. There's we were talking about getting a sign on the back of a Met bus, driving around town.
Yes,
Yeah.
very.
I mean, we can ask, but
Billboards, it
They're-
depends on the location, how much
Right.
it's gonna cost.
Just check
And
it out.
so, if you're looking at something like up here on Central, you're probably looking at things like that, at least at $10,000. Really? They're really, really expensive.
super expensive.
The
It's
church
a
in
great
the
idea.
neighborhood came by and put these little bags on our door for children, and they have a little egg and a little thing to color, and their little advertisement thing. See, a little, so, I mean, that's a way, we talked about doing something like that in the community, and,
Yeah.
and I think it's kind of neat and inexpensive to just try this and,
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Domino's has made bazillion dollars doing that marketing.
okay.
Store hanging.
I want bazillions.
Bazillions.
But I thought this was so neat, and then they had a nice professional card made as well, you know,
That's really nice.
and inviting people to come and celebrate at their church. And it's
It's a
just a
great
church
idea.
in my neighborhood, so I think it's cool.
Yeah,
do
I like
too.
it.
That's really nice, Charlene. Thank you for bringing that.
Yeah.
Does it have Easter grass in there too?
No, just a
Oh, okay.
And crayons.
Oh, crayons.
Perfect. That's wonderful.
Now, we've got holidays coming up that
Mm-hmm.
maybe we should replace the old May basket with some, you know,
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
We, you know,
Probably might be to do the maple.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think, I'm not sure they're up for it this year, but we can always call and ask.
Well, I guarantee there are people.
Maple, they got it though. They already have it, not everything we need for the maple.
and most of the time that you can, you know, if you find bags like that, obviously the more you buy, the cheaper it is, but still they're not super expensive. But you have the, like you said, the Vistaprint account that maybe we, you know, once we kind of, I think we need to get our signage fixed, cause it's faded and it doesn't show up well, and change our name. Oh, I know, Susan hates those bushes,
But
but
they're ugly. They're like a barrier.
I like them.
I like them.
Well, they're a barrier.
So we think about
They're
that.
not trimmed. They could be trimmed
They
down.
could be
so
trimmed,
not
they
so
could be
they see
trimmed
it.
for sure. The thing of it is that, I mean, what would we put there that would have to be maintained? That those are just kind of
Ugly.
low maintenance.
Yeah, low maintenance and ugly and a barrier. Don't come in here, we got the barrier on.
We all know how Susan feels about the birds. The big ones out front.
I have garbage.
Oh, the huge ones
I'm
here,
on
the ones
There's
that.
some other bushes that we're not.
But, you know, but honestly, the sign redone, cause that's so faded
Yeah.
that you can't even read it.
That's what we're gonna do. I need someone to help me measure it, so I know.
And I love the whole flappy flag idea. That's
Yeah,
right.
See the
I
front
like
of the
it.
church from, this going one direction.
Right,
I know, I always read
right,
them.
Yes.
right. And then, and I think having a contest for a design would be super fun.
Yeah.
We've got lots of fabulous artists in the mix.
No, you had discussed the rock painting thing.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people who pick rocks in Montana, so I think that would be a good way to get out, both a good message, and you could paint unityofbillings.org on the bottom of the,
Mhm.
Oh,
the
good
bottom of the
idea.
rock, and that would help spread the website, let people find it.
I think that's
I know.
great fun too.
Yeah, my mom can't pass by a patch of gravel without trying to pick an agate out of it, so.
That's okay, I pick up rocks all the time too, that's why I painted those ones that we handed out, but
Do I need them?
I'd love
Apparently
for-
I do.
I'd love for us to have a rock painting party
I think that'd be
on a
great.
Saturday,
Yeah.
it's fun to do, and
I think that would be a good scheduled event. We could maybe even do it as a fundraiser, do something similar to like the soup deal.
yeah.
Have like a lunch, get people in.
You don't have to be an artist.
Yep.
No,
You can make a ladybug very easily, you guys.
yeah, exactly, a ladybug is easy to do. I appreciated, I'm curious where everybody took the ones that I painted out to. I'd like to know maybe where they put them so we could go see if somebody actually found them or picked them up or left them or whatever.
It's
Huh?
being at
We
my
did a bunch
house.
downtown.
Did ya?
I
Good.
got back out.
That's good, but I like putting the unity.org on the back instead. I just put, love Unity of Billings, but I like putting the website on there too.
I mean, the website still needs some more love, but it at least gets people aware of who did it, and they can learn a little bit more about us and maybe have interest in coming in.
Our website that we had previously, I was a monitor, and we would post pictures of happenings, like I took a picture of something we had, just to interest people, to see that we do have activities here.
Yeah.
We did, we had a historian of some sort.
Yeah.
And when we're looking at doing a new website anyway, we took a lot of ideas, or we're going to steal a lot of ideas, let's be honest, from some other Unity churches in the United States, because, with the different tabs, like, what Unity believes and different things like that, so people can navigate just like they do on those websites, to find some of that information too.
I would
so.
say a discussion that probably needs to happen with the board is gonna be having, a moderation council for the website instead of having it just rely through me and Leslie.
Right,
We try to give it time and attention, but the overall web design is kind of a complicated thing. If we have a couple of people who are working coordinated on it, we could probably have that process go a little bit faster and a little bit more,
yeah.
more.
And I think that's our plan and focus too, so. Where'd you guys disappear?
Oh, we were just out there.
Oh, looking at the bushes, looking at Susan's nemesis.
I've wanted it for 20 years.
They're creating oxygen, and they're busy creating oxygen.
Well, I'm not one of those weirdos. We need the carbon to feed the trees to the bushes so we have oxygen. I got that. But those are ugly. We can do something pretty. But we'll still use the carbon to make
Pretty
oxygen.
alarming.
Tell us how you really feel, Susan.
Okay, I'll get up on my soapbox.
I do see your point very much. I do see your
I
point.
think
aren't they?
I think if we trim them and square them up.
And they're a bluff, but it's,
They're a pain, too, for
Finding
size.
something.
And they're a pain to get rid of too.
Oh, they're huge. You will not even believe how hard they are to get rid of.
Guys.
so.
They are
You have to hire somebody because you
All
gotta
I
dig
need-
down and get rid of.
I've got my chainsaw and my drill bit. You put
Wait,
the
wait,
drill
wait,
bit
okay.
down.
Yeah.
All right, I'm starting to get twitchy. Anything else other than the annihilation of the, no, we're not.
The annihilation of the tree.
Honestly, the drilling thing does not work.
So what does
The
it?
drilling thing does not work.
Okay, you guys can argue that out later.
Yeah, they might go on,
Peace
but
on.
I've had
All right.
it in my house.
Shall we do the peace song?
Oh, yeah, now that we're arguing over bushes, let's have a peace